This is a nice little AA5 RCA radio. It's a 4X555. And I have captured what the problem is in the following video.
You're listening to the WPTF Afternoon News with Anthony DeHart. For joining us on the WPTF.
There's the problem. It just stopped working. Take another picture of the meters. This is what the meters look like when the radio is playing. And this is when the radio is not playing. Here's the diagram for this radio. And I'm going to put a digital meter right here and let the radio play again until it stops playing, and we'll see what the difference is in the voltage at this point.
On my 35th birthday, I'm an hour away from Harlem, where I was held up as just a kid when the first day.
Well, it looks to me like it went up about, somewhere around 20 volts, a little more, a little less, when it stopped playing. The first number is when it's playing. Second number is when it stopped playing. And I did the same thing 2 more times on the 12 BA6 and the 50 C5. And all 3 times you can see that the first number is when the radio is playing, and when it stops playing, the voltage goes up. Now I skipped over the 12 AB6 because there was only 6 volts there. I decided not to put the meter there. But it's very interesting. When it stops playing, the voltage goes up, and of course the current goes down, as we saw on the meters. So I decided, let's do one more thing. Let's put the oscilloscope on this thing, because I don't know if we got audio anywhere because it stops playing. This is at the high side of the volume control, and we'll do the same thing again. We'll play the radio and we'll see what happens when the radio stops playing.
That starts off as a spoof of some of the, kind of a spoof of the films of the 90s, the cop films of the 90s, but then turns into something else entirely.
We're still getting audio at that point, but no output at the speaker. Well, what we saw is we still have audio here. So that definitely means that the problem is to the right, and I've been suspecting the 50 C5 anyway, because that draws the most current. But it's still a very unusual problem. So the next step is to find a good 50 C5, and we'll swap it out and we'll see what happens. All right, I found another 50 C5. I took it out of a working radio. So this one definitely is good. So let me pull this one out. That's never been changed. Set that down. And let's see here. Grab a little flashlight here so I can see where the pins go. Alrighty. Okay. Now, let me turn power on. Okay. And be a little bit for it to warm up.
And he had to work hard for years in order to escape that role of the villain, because he went on to star in Quickly Down Under as the villain to Tom Selleck, and then he had to portray another villain in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Okay. We're going to let this run and see if it ever stops playing.
He did a few comedies toward the end of his life.
Yeah, his role in Love Actually, I love his role in that movie.
Yeah, he was
pause this
he came across as very
and
charismatic.
come back a little later.
When you're a villain, you have to be charismatic. Always.
Exit on 440 westbound has the left lane blocked just past Western
Well,
Boulevard.
this has been running for
a 5 to 7 minute
over a half hour.
Wade Avenue.
So this was the problem.
Blocked as you're approaching
The 50C5 when it
15-minute delay
warmed up really good would just stop functioning. Pretty unusual problem. Thanks for watching.
More on that at 4:50 WPTF News Time, 4:30.